All right, good morning. We are getting started on another snow run morning. And so we'll follow up in a bit. All right, a little over 4 miles. The snow and the rain is getting worse. And I was just thinking, what did I get myself into? Why am I doing this? And so I thought I'd pull the camera out and share, because I could have just said, hey guys, I ran 6 miles today, and then not did it. The problem with that is this channel is about accountability. And I don't want to be a liar. And even though there's no one watching on YouTube right now, I know God's watching. I know I'm watching. I know my son's watching. And I know my wife's watching what I'm doing. And I want them to know that I follow through. Because that's what men do, is we follow through. All right. I'm soaking wet. I managed to keep my feet dry until about mile 3.5. And we got a couple more miles to go. All right, so that almost 6.5 mile run. It was dark when we came out here earlier. It is almost daylight. It was so cold that the headlamp I was wearing has a sheet of ice around it now, and I'm surprised my face isn't redder. But I'm gonna go get this reading done and get the day rolling. All right, cyberspace out there, anyone who is watching, today got out of control. So it took more intentionality to follow through on all my daily tasks today. So we got the run in this morning. That was awesome. I go inside to start reading, and I'm fading. I did not sleep well last night. I started to pass out, so I ended up going back to bed because I couldn't focus. I couldn't read. I was that tired between the run as well as not getting a great night's rest. So get up, we lose power because we're in the middle of an ice storm. So pack up the family, go out, grab late breakfast, early lunch, then go to the store because our power's still not on yet. We keep checking with the power, and just kind of going through our day. Get home, had a meeting for about an hour and a half, and then finally was able to get my reading in. But needed to get out and still pursue some of the conversations that I needed to get done, and move my business forward, which I did get done. But now it's a little bit later in the evening. I haven't eaten yet, but I said, you know what, I'm not going to eat until I get everything done that I said I was going to get done. And this is the last piece. So I am in the car, and I'm going to share with you. So today we had Norman Vincent Peale, Enthusiasm Makes the Difference. And the book's name is the name of the chapter for today. And he just kind of wrapped up, because it was the last chapter of the book, talking about how big of a difference enthusiasm actually does make. And I think, and he also took the time to temper it and talk about the right kind of enthusiasm, because you can be a low-key, calm person, but because your enthusiasm for something allows you to have a consistency and a drive to accomplish, it doesn't necessarily have to be the Billy Mays ShamWow experience of enthusiasm. It can be a methodical enthusiasm. It can be a consistent, persistent habit that, regardless of what's going on, you have the desire, the drive, the motive, the enthusiasm about whatever it is that you're being enthusiastic about, to continue on. It gives you that extra oomph, so to speak, and that it can and does revolutionize and have a major effect on at least the efficiency or the speed at which people become successful in their given fields. So it was really a nice wrap up. I'm probably going to end up coming back to this book again. I don't know how long it'll be, but I really enjoyed this book. I felt myself getting more energized because of reading it and hearing all the faith-filled words that are in this book. Next up, we had 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. So the chapters in this book are a bit long. This one took a minute to get through, but it covers so much and it covers it so beautifully. He talked about for phase 2, we're talking about the internal change still. So I'm trying to think of how he worded it. Beginning with the end in mind. So first portion is all about the mental state and understanding where you are. Chapter 2 is about beginning with the end in mind. That means like having not just a goal, because a goal is kind of like a point on the way to becoming something. So like once you set up the B's that you want to be in life and kind of set out the long term. So I recently heard someone talk about there's a goal which is short term. There's a vision which is a little bit more long term, a little bit more emotion. And then there's a dream, which is like a passion that is so big and like it's like a life thing, right? And yeah, there's so much in this chapter, but one of my favorite parts in it was when he was talking about the culture of an organization or a family and using the concept of the Constitution to kind of put together what your family values are and having a mission statement for your family, not just for your business, but a mission statement for yourself, as in what you want your life to represent, as well as a mission statement for your family, but getting everyone in the family involved in creating it, because when their hands are involved in creating it, it allows you the ownership to live it. I also like that he broke down what an affirmation should be, what an affirmation should look like when it's talking about when this situation happens, I choose to do this, and walks through a little bit of the NLP style of rewriting the script mentally and practicing the way that you want something to go mentally in your head before you actually go apply it, and developing that neural pathway as if it becomes almost a memory, even though it hasn't happened yet, but because you develop it, create it in the mind first, then you go create it in the world. This book is blowing me away. I wish I had read this earlier. I've had this book on my shelf for years and did not pick it up, so I'm glad I chose to pick it up. It is, again, definitely not what I anticipated, but highly recommend this book. With that, I am hungry. I'm going to eat. I will talk to y'all soon. Bloop.